For me, it was really interesting what starts when you don't have your usual normal language, because then you have to start to communicate with your hands, with your eyes, and you have to create this fantasy maybe which has normally kids, because you have to find a way to deal with each other. And I think in this group of German men who are in Bulgaria to work on a construction site, I think there's a lot of They want to get in contact, but at the same time they have fear and all these mistrust. And I think the main character, Meinhard, he really tries to get in contact. And for me it was really beautiful, because when we started with the project, I didn't know, okay, how do we do it? We have this German language, we have the Bulgarian language, and I couldn't write anything. I really had to experiment, to test how would it be. It was great to see how the actors really tried to deal with the situation, and then we find a way to make it. I do not write normal scripts maybe, so it's more like a treatment, or like, I don't know, like a text. And sometimes for a scene is only a line, and sometimes for a scene is 2 pages with dialogue. And so sometimes I'm just writing what I'm looking for, or a kind of atmosphere, or I know what we should try to have a result. So I didn't know exactly how would it be, this interaction between the different languages. But I know because we talked a lot about this with the actors, and then it was like I don't know, like making a dress to find the right texture for the movie. How could it be with the language? But it was really learning by doing, doing by learning, learning by doing. Yeah. Yeah. No, frankly, with the horses was really a special deal, because all the men were quite afraid of horses. Nobody had ride a horse before, so this was really kind of training before. But I mean, all the men normally they have different professions. They are really construction workers, or they have different jobs. So for everybody, it was a new experience to play in a film. But I think important was time. And important was trust, that we we know each other before, and we had the cast, we had the rehearsals, and for me it's very important before the shooting that in a way with the rehearsals everybody know a little bit before what we will do when we will do the film. But yeah, it's always connected with a lot of surprises, also with the horses, because the horse didn't always. Because we hadn't a professional horse, so we had not so much money. So we cast the horse, which was perfect. It was really like a superstar horse, and it was a friendly horse. But yeah, we sometimes didn't want to do what we would like to ask the horse to do. And Reinhard Wettrek, who plays the antagonist Vincent, he really has a lot of fear for horses, but he really tried hard to make it. And yeah, all these things. Yeah, he wanted to. I mean, the real stunt did a stuntman, but he wanted to do all the stunts around. And for him, it was really after the first time he told me, Valeska, I will not do it a second time. But then we had a few days, and then we did it again. No, because he is a really brave man, and he really can't stand it if something didn't work. In the end, he really wants to make it until it works. Yeah. No, I don't know. It's really wonderful because it's perfect when you finish a film, and at the same time it's invited to un sorte regard in Cannes, because sometimes you have to wait, and it's wonderful to know, okay, we finish. And we can show the film, because it's at some point, you know, okay, now the film has its own life, so it's time to say goodbye, and it's wonderful to have this audience here and to have this perfect situation here to show a film, to get all this attention. I think we all feel very thankful for this. Yeah. It's a great moment. Now, for me, I mean, I'm a great fan of Carlos Regadas. I really adore his work because I think he's really a contemporary filmmaker. And I don't know, I think for me, all the Latin American cinema, it's very exciting. Lisandro Alonso from Argentina. And you know, I think that's a big input for the whole world coming from Mexican cinema. And because it's so, I try to, because contemporary cinema really tries to get in contact from the content, but also the form, to grab something. What can cinema be today? So it's very, very important, I think. Japón. Yeah. I adore this film really a lot. It's always, sometimes from time to time I have to look at Japón. Thank you so much.